What does it mean to be free? To speak, to believe, to live without fear? We often hear words rights and freedom. Actually, these are not just words. Instead, they are the heartbeat of democracy. In Sri Lanka, these freedoms are guarantees, promises which enshrine in the supreme law of the land, the Constitution. These are not luxuries, these are fundamental rights. In the Constitution, from Article 10 to 17 and further in Article 18 to 25, these rights are guaranteed by the Constitution of Sri Lanka.
Let's begin with Article 10. Article 10 speaks about something powerful. Every person is entitled to freedom of thought, conscience and religion. This means your beliefs, it can be spiritual, philosophical or personal, it all yours. It is an absolute right guaranteed by the Constitution which the state cannot interfere. What about Article 11 speaks about Zuha?
Yes, Article 11 talk about no one should torture and treat in cruel, painful and also disrespectful way. A country that allows torture is a country that forgets basic human values. This right is not only for prisoners, it's for everyone because anyone can become helpless or powerless one day.
Article 12 brings us equality. All people are equal before the law and have the right to equal protection under it. This article forbids discrimination under the grounds of religion, caste, sex or political opinion. However, it has positive discrimination to help women, children and disabled persons. But in practice, how will this right is applied is still debated.
Article 13 protects your personal liberty. If you are arrested, you have rights to know the reason, to be brought before a judge, to not to be punished without a fair trial. Since there is no separate article for right to life, this article in an indirect way guarantees this right. But is this always true in practice? That's the question we must dare to ask.
Then comes the power of voice. Article 14 gives you the freedom to express, to assemble, to join other, to move, to protest peacefully. It is what allows democracy to breathe, but these freedoms are not absolute.
Section 15 talk about the limits on these rights. When someone's freedom harms another person's self-respect, national security and country's economy, then some rights can be limited under the Constitution.
Article 16 reminds us of a reality. Even if a written law is inconsistent with fundamental rights, it remains valid unless challenged. This is a controversial clause, one that raises questions about justice and reform.
The Constitution also gives us a way to seek justice. Article 17 allows any citizen to go to the Supreme Court if their fundamental rights are violated. This article gives you the power to take action.
Article 18 to 25, it focuses change to the language right. Article 18 talk about the Sinhala language is the official language, but it also recognizes both Sinhala and Tamil as a national language.
Article 20 guarantees that everyone has the right to receive official communication in either Tamil or Sinhala. Imagine being arrested, questioned or told about your rights in a language you don't understand. That's not just inconvenient, it is injustice.
These rights are what makes a society just, but they are not self-fulfilling. Knowing them is the first step, defending them is the next.
Next, we will look at how these rights have been violated and how we can protect them again. හසම් කියන්නේ.
என்ன பிரச்சனை? நான் என்ன செஞ்சேன்?
සමුට මෙරට ඉන්නෝල සිංහලෙන් කතා කරන්න.
என்ன பிரச்சனை මොකද
ජාතික ආරක්ෂා වෙච්ච දැනගන්න ඕන. අපිත් එක්ක එන්න දැන් පොලිසියට යන්න.
ඉතින් ප්‍රශ්නේ ඉන්නේ කාරණා කියන්න
ඒ වගේ වැඩ නැහැ එන්න.
එයි
එන්න
වෙන්න එපා කියන්නකෝ
Based on the short drama Silence, we can observe serious violations of fundamental rights in Sri Lanka. While the story may be fictional, it reflects real patterns, especially for minorities. Let's begin by identifying the specific right breeds shown, then move to broader constitutional problem not shown in the drama, and finally discuss legal reforms with international comparisons.
In this drama, we clearly see violation of fundamental rights. Breaching Article 31, Ms. Sivananandan was arrested without any procedures. Breaching Article 13(2), he was not produced before a judge. Article 11, he was tortured in detentions. Breaching Article 14(1)(b), peaceful assembly was treated as criminal. Article 14(1)(f), he was mocked for speaking Tamil, violating cultural and language rights. So, this shows how fundamental rights are violated using vague terms like national security.
Exactly. Beyond the drama, we should focus on the equality which is guaranteed by Article 12. Does it protect the equality? If we see the Article 9, it gives and it says it gives for the most place for the Buddhism and it's discriminate another religion. Does it protect the equality? It's my question. And if we see the chapter 4 says the single language is the official language and it again says the Tamil also the official language. If it is their equality, my question is why it didn't say the Tamil and Sinhala are the official language? It's my question. And those words are only in a verdict. It's not in the real life. If we see the real life, those are official like politician and the minority people are discriminated by the language barriers. And Article 16 protects existing laws even if they are discriminated. Example, the women are violated and discriminated by the personal laws like Kandian law, Tesavalame law and Kandian law. Even if they are violated by and they are discriminated by those laws, at the time the equality article was silent. So even if our constitution promised the equality, it's contradict itself.
Let me add something very important. Sri Lanka's constitution doesn't guarantee the right to life. That's a major gap. Compare with other countries. India's Article 21, no person shall be lost of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. This article has allowed Indian courts to protect many socio-economic rights under life. South Africa and Kenya clearly guarantee equality for all languages and allow courts to review both legislative and executive actions. In Sri Lanka, Article 17 only allows people to file fundamental rights cases against executive action, not legislative or judicial decisions. What happens if Parliament passes a discriminatory law? People are powerless.
Yes, so from a reform perspective, here are some recommendations we can make. First one is introduced as justiciable right to life, like India's Article 21 or South Africa's Bill of Rights. Second one is amend Article 70 and 126 to allow FR petitions against all branches, not just executive. Third one is repeal Article 60 so discriminatory customary laws can be challenged. Fourth one is ensure true equality of languages, Sinhala, Tamil, English, and should be practically equal in administration, courts and education. Fifth one is reform PTA and ensure peaceful assembly is not treated as terrorism. Sixth one is create a national human rights body with more power, like the Human Rights Commission. And also decentralized rights and education in Tamil and Sinhala will help people understand and claim their rights.
Excellent points. It's clear the gap between the written constitution and lived reality in white. Just to summarize, the drama shows specific violations of arrest procedures, torture, assembly, and language. But structurally, Articles 9, Article 16, Article 17 weaken fundamental rights guarantees. Other countries provide useful models. India, right to life, broader judicial review. South Africa, language equality and socio-economic rights. And Kenya, strong Bill of Rights. So, finally, if we truly want to honor fundamental rights, constitutional reform is not optional, it is urgent.